Maximum Apocalypse! Hey everybody, it's Doug here, bringing you our next episode of Maximum Apocalypse, where we are getting into a new series of rounds for the game. Let's see, we are essentially trying to get enough gas to get to the van from the shopping mall that we hold up in. And I'm playing with a veteran and his loyal dog and the hunter, and we are trying to make our way through a mutant-infested landscape in this tutorial mission, which is very easy, extremely easy it says, but of course, my luck, I have been under constant bombardment with the hunter. She just can't, she can't seem to find a weapon, though she is keeping us from becoming hungry. Now, I told you I was going to try and find something in the last episode. By the way, if you don't know how to play the game, go watch the last episode. That will show you how and also show you the first turns, but I was looking for something to keep track of the turns. And I'm going to use these. Now, what are these? They're just cool plastic crystals that a friend of mine gave me for Shadows of Brimstone. I use them for Darkstone. And we're going to use 4 of them for turn action counters in this scenario, because we got 4 actions per turn. I noticed I was counting them in my head over and over again to make sure I didn't miss them. So you could use a die, but a die is kind of cumbersome, and we use a die for our hunger level as well. So I don't want to mix those up either. So we're going to do that. We're going to use those, and we're going to get started right now. So sit back, relax, enjoy, or not relax, and get frustrated at my skillful gameplay of this new game. This is a first-time blind playthrough, so bear with me on that. I do think I got the rules down. It's just strategy, and luckily this is extremely easy. So if I do lose this, I'm really going to lose a lot of street cred with you guys, but I don't think I will. I'll lose plenty of other games and win them. So one of the things I do like about cooperative games, they tend to be typically difficult, and that's something I enjoy. So let's get started and see what we're going to do. We are, of course, going to go with the hunter right now. I could pick either one. It really doesn't matter to take their turn first, but we're going to go with the hunter. She is currently at the gas station. She's got 4 actions, and what's she going to do? She still has this mutant rat next to her, and she has no way to fight it. No way at all. So now, for her first action, she's going to do this. So action number 1, actually, before we do that, we got to actually follow the turn order. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, so we're going to spawn monsters first. Now, I only have 8s and 9s, so let's hope we don't roll either of those right now. 7. That is perfect. We did not spawn any monsters. So that goes aside. Then we get to draw a card from our deck. Hopefully it's a weapon. Flaming arrow, but guess what I need? I think I need a bow or crossbow to be equipped. So we're going to put that in our deck. Let's see, make sure I don't hit our... No, I'm okay. Okay, we're still at fine. Because we're going to then, for our first action, we're going to burn a card. We're going to burn this Survival Instincts card. And that's going to lower her hunger down. And it says, reduce all players' hunger down by 1. I'm not sure how she does this from afar, but it seems to work. So that was her very first action. She played a card. For her second action, she's going to play another card. So that's going to be, I'm just moving them aside so I know how many actions she's taken. She's going to play, the tokens rather. She's going to play this, draw 3 cards from any scavenged deck and discard one of them. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to just draw from the red deck, which is where we're at now. So we're going to draw 3 cards from the red scavenged deck, because there might be a weapon or something there. I don't know. I don't know what's all in here. Ammunition, medical supplies, and fuel. Well, I think the ammunition is going to go bye-bye, because these 2 are much more useful. We got 2 fuel out of 4 now, and medical supplies. We're doing pretty good there. We don't have any weapons. So third action, what do we do? Well, I think she's going to actually use the medical supplies. We're going to burn that card, so that's her third action. Move that over, and that will heal her 3, right? Yeah, 3 health. So we're going to take 3 of the damage off of her. That's good, because she was getting wounded. And then for her fourth action, I think she will use the binoculars to reveal a tile without triggering its effects. We can't do anything with the rat. We have no way to fight it right now. It's kind of silly. That's the mutant rat that is attacking us. It's right here. I mean, basically, we have been using the veteran to kill everything, because the hunter has not been able to get a weapon out of her deck, and she has a few. So, well, let me see. Let's just double check to make sure we want to do that. See, all of my abilities require that I have a bow or crossbow, and I don't. I could move, but moving blindly is not always... I don't trust... Well, she's in reasonable enough health. Let's move. Let's just move. We're going to... Wait. If I do that, I may not be able to get to... Okay, can I... yeah, see, I have a mid-range attack. So if she moves there, I won't... the dog has a mid-range attack, so she really can't move. I think she'll use her binoculars. We're going to scout out this tile right here and see what it is. It is a police station. On reveal, free scavenge. So, okay, well, we revealed it. But it says, with the binoculars, reveal a tile without triggering its effects. So we did not get our free scavenge from the police station, but we do know that that's there and it's a safe place to move. And now we have a 6, 8, and 9 to roll for monster tokens. Yeah, yucky, yucky. Okay, but that was all 4 of her actions. So she is complete. We're going to complete her turn by increasing her hunger back to 2. We've been doing really good at keeping the hunger down. And then we're going to end our turn by taking damage. And unfortunately we're going to take 2 more damage from the mutant rat that is trailing along and fighting us. So we're back up to 5 damage out of our 24. Now we're going to move on to the veteran. Okay, well, the first thing we're going to do with the veteran is, of course, roll for monsters. So let's do that. 5, nothing to worry about there. And then for our next action, we get to draw a card. What do we get? It's payback time. If the dog is dead, okay, we have 2 of those. Those are not helping us. We might turn those in for something else. Okay, again, lacking weaponry. Now he does have the mortar, but the mortar's dangerous. So we're not going to equip that yet. Right now, I have 1 thing equipped out of my 4 points. I have 1 point of 4 items equipped. But I do think we can do this. We are going to bite him for mid-range. That means that the dog takes a damage, but he does 3 damage to a monster. This is the first of our actions, so 3 more damage will go over the damage limit on the mutant rat and kill it. That is 5 damage. We have killed the mutant rat, thankfully. And that is out of the hunter's hair, and that leaves us with 3 more actions that we can take, and I think that we are going to maybe do some moving. I'm not sure. Let me look at our cards. Yeah, I think moving around is probably the best thing for us at this point. I could move to the forest, but I need to stop there. If I don't stop there, if I continue to move after the forest, we get into a bit of spot of trouble. And there's nothing to scavenge in the forest, so it's really not a very good place to go. So for our second action, I'm moving a token aside. We're going to move to here with her. And I think is trading a free action. I think it is trading with another player's a free action. We're going to take a fuel card, just so we spread them out a little bit and keep our inventory low. We're going to take a fuel card from her and give it to the... that's a free action that we can do. Give it to our guy so that he still has 2 actions left. I think what he'll do is scavenge in the red space for his 3rd action. Move that token over so I don't miss it. And what do we get? Spare parts. Retrieve a card from the discard pile. Okay, well, that's interesting. We could do that. And then I think he'll move. He'll take his last action and move to the police station. So we're starting to make some ground there, cover some space. And let's see, I could recover that medicine from the discard pile. That might be useful because my dog, yep. He doesn't have an action left, though, so he's going to have to do that next turn because playing a card requires an action. So he is now at the police station. That's going to end his turn, which means he used all 4 of his actions. We're going to increase his hunger by 2, and we would be attacked, but there's nothing to attack us. Yay, finally! Okay, that is the end of that round, so we're going to continue back to the hunter, see what we can get done there. Well, I think we're going to first roll for monsters with the hunter. Let's see what we get here. An 8. Oh, there is a monster token, just a token, that appeared here and appeared here. So there's a monster token in the shopping mall and the forest. So if we go back there, we will have to fight something. We don't need any particular reason to go back there yet. We'll see. It's not like they move on us or anything. Let's see. Okay. And then I think what she'll do is she's going to play her first action. Now that she's done that, she's going to take her first action. Play Cover of Night again. That's going to give us 3 cards off this deck. Another medical supplies, empty-handed. Well, that's good. We'll get rid of that one. And more fuel. We got 3 of the 4 fuel that we need to get out of here. So now we just got to make our way to the van. Collect some more fuel on the way there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're okay. But, you know, I forgot to draw a card. Oh, I got a backpack. That's interesting. It gives us +1 equipment, and it doesn't cost us anything. So what we'll do for an action, though, First, second action is equip the backpack. Okay, now we got the binoculars in the backpack. That's and then I think what we'll do is we will take our third action to move, and we'll take our fourth action to use our hunter's special ability, which is flip 2 adjacent map tiles without triggering their effects. Okay, well, so we're going to do that. Now, remember, adjacent means orthogonally, so we will flip this one. Open field. It says on reveal, draw a monster. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. And at the end, if we end our movement there, we draw a monster. Don't have to worry about that. And then we're going to flip this one over to bandit camp. On entering, discard equipment, gear, or take 5 damage. Okay, we don't want to go there. That's not good. So either way, we're going to end up with a little bit of trouble, but she did get to reveal the open field without drawing a monster token on it. Okay. I wonder if there's a difference between draw and... I don't know. I think that's... I'm going to take a look at the special stuff on the cards, see what that says. I'm pretty sure it's simple. Let's see the difference between equip, enter. Trigger this effect when entering. Yep, reveal. Trigger this effect only when the map is revealed. So, yeah, we don't do that. All right, doesn't matter. I was just wondering if you drew... it's only a token if you're not in it, because it assumes you move in it, but she's using her special ability. So that's going to end her turn. Now, for the first time, we did not... use our survival instinct, so she's going to go up to 3 hunger, and then we're going to take damage, but we don't have to worry about that. We don't have any damage to take. Now we're going to move back to our veteran. First thing we have to do is roll for monsters. 4, 5, 6. Do we have go? We have 2 6s. Oh no, that's not good. All right, let's go back to the board. Oh, there is now a monster token at the fields. And our veteran is going to have to draw a monster at the police station. He is being attacked. Let's see what he gets. Another Marauder. It's attack 7. It says draw, discard a scavenge card, or take 3 damage. So I don't think we're going to take the 3 damage. I think I'll discard one of these ammunition cards. It's a scavenge card. We'll discard that. And it is gone. Okay, so, but we are going to end up having to fight this guy this turn. So let's see what we can do. Next thing, we draw a card. Dog collar, what does that do? Passive, reduce damage to the dog by 1. That's interesting. I think we'll definitely get that equipped. In fact, I think that's going to be our very first action. Boom, to equip the dog collar. Now, why is that? And it, by the way, it doesn't take up a space either. You notice it was 0, so it does not take up one of our 4 spaces. And the cool thing about that is it allows us to use our bite 'em ability without taking any damage, because it says reduce damage to the dog by 1. Bite 'em is deal 3 damage to a target, dog takes 1 damage. So as long as he has his collar on, he's pretty safe. Which means the second action, the next action we're going to do is we're going to attack the Marauder for 3. Let's see, that'll... I don't know if we're going to be able to kill it this round, but we got him for 3 right there. He's going to do 3 damage to our veteran, though. That's not good. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. I did forget with the Hunter. She does have to take 1 damage because she is poisoned, and I almost forgot about it. Okay. However, I did not forget about it from him. The good news is that he also has his dog tags, and much like the whistle, or the collar, it reduces the veteran's damage by 1, so he's not taking damage from that poison right now. Now, if he were to get a second one, he would. So that means he's going to take 2 damage this turn if we don't kill the bad guy. All right, well, let's see. Yeah, I think that the next thing we'll do is scavenge. We're in a blue space, so for his third action, why don't we have the dog bite him again? I don't see why not. Or actually, we can deal 2 damage to the vet. Dog's immune to damage next turn. I don't think that's going to help us right now, but we will do another 3 damage to the Marauder. Okay, there we go. And he won't take damage because of the dog collar, so we're okay there. That is pretty cool. We have 1 more action left. Of course, we need to get gas. We need to move. I don't feel like going to that bandit camp because we have to discard an equipped card, and we're not doing that with the veteran. So if I move to the either of the other 2 locations, we're going to pick up a critter. I think the forest would be the best one to move to. Let's go take a look. In actuality, I think that we're going to play our spare parts card and get that healing out of the... so we can take anything out of a discard pile. We're going to take we're going to use our spare parts to make some medical supplies, so we did that instead. That was our fourth and final action for the veteran. Oh, that's fourth and final action. That means his hunger goes up to 3. That is not good. And then he's going to take damage. So, doesn't take damage from that. That's already been dealt with. But he will take 3 damage from that guy. However, he's got dog tags, so he's going to take 2. So that's his first 2 damage. All right. All right. Well, that wasn't too terrible. He'll definitely be able to kill the Marauder the next turn. All right, let's go on now to our hunter. It's amazing that we have a whole bunch of numbers out of 12s, and we're rolling all this stuff for rolls. There's a 7. Okay, actually, good news is we don't spawn a monster on the hunter's turn. Next thing we know, we're going to draw a card. Hopefully, we got a bear trap. Discard, deal 5 damage to a target. We'll keep that for right now because we don't need to use that on the Marauder, but I think what we're going to do here with her, so let's start taking her actions. She's going to, for her first action, she's going to play the medical supplies that she has to heal 3 again and go back down to just 3 damage. She doesn't have a monster on her right now. It's a good time to do that. For her, oh wait, but she does take 1 again, sorry, so she's going to be up to 4 because of the poison. I got to remember the poison. Okay. She will then take her, that was her first action. Her second action, she will play her last Survival Instincts card to reduce her hunger down to 2, as well as the veterans. The veterans now down to 2, and we don't have any food. For her third action, I think she's going to move. She's going to move to here. Yes, she's moving to the forest, but she's going to stop there. However, there is a token up there. Let's take a look. All right, just so you know, we moved to the forest. We pulled the token off, which means she has to draw an enemy. Marauder, okay. Draw a scavenge card or discard 3 cards. Now, all I have is scavenge cards. I have an ammunition. I might as well get rid of the ammunition. It says fully reload a weapon, but I don't have any weapons. So, I'll get rid of that to avoid the damage. Okay, that was her third action. For her fourth action, we're going to lay the bear trap. It's short range, so it's only in our space. Discard to deal 5 damage to a target. So, we're not going to kill it, but we're immediately going to deal 5 damage to the Marauder. Boom. Now she's going to take 3. We're getting low on... Oh, you know what? I forgot to draw... No, I did. I drew a bear trap. That's what I drew. And that was her fourth action, so she did 5. So basically her hunger goes back up to 3 now. Not terrible, but then she takes an additional 3 damage from the Marauder. Man, we've got to do something about getting her a permanent weapon. It's kind of insane that she doesn't have one. So since she's taking 3 damage, I think what we're going to do is... we'll take one of these 2s away and put it up to 5. We're at 7 right now on her. That's kind of rough. So here's her current state. She's almost got that Marauder killed, but not quite yet. Yeah, that's not good for us. So that's going to be the end of her turn. We completed everything for her. We can go back and take another turn with the veteran. We'll do a couple more rounds. We're getting pretty far into it. And these turns go pretty quickly. So now we're going to get back to the veteran. The first thing we have to do is roll some dice and see if we... get any monsters? 6, 7, 8, 9. We do spawn 2 monsters tokens right there. Let's take a look at that. We have a monster token at the gas station and of course one at the bandit camp, which we're not going to. We might go to the open field. We might have to wait. Well, I don't know. We're probably better off going to the forest right now, even though we'd have to stop. I don't even know if we want to move yet. We got to get to the van. We got almost enough fuel to get there. He might just scavenge some more where he's at and see if we can get another fuel. We have to remember where the fuel is. Now, I've gotten 2 fuel, 3 red fuel already, so I think there's only 1 more on the red deck, and there's 2 in the green and the... well, I don't know, that may not be true. I don't remember exactly where I got them from. But be that as it may, we're going to take our first action now. Did I draw a card? No, I didn't. I just did our monster roll, and now I got to draw a card. Okay, let's see what we get. Incapacitate, mid-range. If the dog is alive, stun and deal 2 damage to a target. Ooh, I could kill the Marauder. It's mid-range. I could kill that Marauder for the hunter. Because we're going to kill the other Marauder anyway. So let's do that. We're going to play this card. If the dog is alive, and it is, we can stun and deal 2 damage. I don't worry about stunning it because we're just going to kill it. So we do that, and we're doing that at mid-range to the Marauder that's with the Hunter, who's 1 space away. Again, we send the dog in. It's 2 points of damage. He has 7, he already has 5, so instead of stunning him, we're just going to take him out. Okay, that was that. Second action, we're going to do his special ability, Bite Him. Now remember, he's no longer going to be taking damage for that because of his dog collar. So this is already at 5. It's going to do 3. That's enough to kill the other marauder, so we'll just kill it. For our second action, we're just blasting through these guys. Too bad you don't get experience or anything. You just get them out of your way. Okay, and that is going to end that. Now we got 2 actions left. I'm not worried about damage right now. I'm worried about, I would like to move. That would be really nice. I think for our third action, we're going to scavenge the blue deck once, and then we're going to move out of there. I could equip the mortar just so I have it. I think we'll do that. Okay, so fourth action, we're going to equip the mortar, actually. So this is what it does. It says long range, action, clear a tile in range of monster tokens or deal 5 damage to everything on that tile. Remember, that means everything on that tile. So I'm just going to put this right here. We now have 2, 3. We have 1 more point of inventory left, but we have the mortar. Now we get to place some of these cool wooden bullet tokens. This thing has 3 ammunition on it. And that's that. So there we go. Let's move now, because I think the last thing we're going to do is move in with the hunter. So fourth and final action, we're going to move up to here with the hunter. It doesn't trigger anything. We just have to stop there or we draw a monster that turn. Next thing we do, we're going to increase the veteran's hunger by 1. This is, we got this card that's going to reduce it by 2 at some point, but that puts him at 3. And then we would take damage, but we don't have to because we don't have to worry about that. And I think poison, I got to remember, with the poison, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we take that damage at the beginning of the turn. But again, however, he's not taking it right now, but should he lose that item, I got to remember that that exists. And I'm trying to look up the poison thing again, just to be sure. Poison, yeah, poison, place a counter on your character card at the end of every turn. Okay, so it's, again, it happens when the damage. So it would have happened right now, but we don't have to worry about it. It happens at the damage phase. All right, let's go back to the hunter now. Actually, it could make a difference because we could potentially find a way to cure that before we take it during a turn. So I've got to remember to do that way. Let's roll for monsters. We rolled a 5, so we did not roll any monsters for the hunter that turn. I think for her first action, of course, she's going to draw her card next. Let's see what she gets. This camouflage. Action, discard a monster. Cannot be used on bosses in front of you and replace it with a monster token. Take 3 damage. Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that very much. It's an interesting card. I don't really like it too much. Still no weapons. That's just great. I do believe for her first action, since the veteran's kind of following her and helping her, she's going to just move to here. We got to get on the move. So we found the city streets. Of course, we're going to draw a monster. The first thing that happens. So we draw a monster there. So she's there. So she's going to have a monster in front of her. Another mutant rat. Oh no. She's taking 2 poison damage a turn, people. That is really bad. Draw poison. Boom. She is poisoned again, and now we have to fight this mutant rat, but we have no way to do it. I'm definitely not going to use her camouflage. She's getting pretty hurt. I think for her second action, she doesn't want to get too far away from the veteran since she can't fight. I think she's going, for her second action, she's going to draw a card. See if she, finally, okay, good, a bow, and it's mid-range. Okay, she has her bow, that's her second action. Can she kill the mutant? She can with the flame arrow. It deals 5 damage to a target and 3 damage to up to 2 additional targets. I don't like that idea. Oh, here we go. Okay, we can use her bow to just deal. We get it first off. Third action, we're going to equip the bow. There we go. Now we're good. All right, we have to equip the flame arrows though if we want, and it requires 3 gas to do that. These guys, we can't do that. That's our gas. We can do the headshot though. It's long range, so we cannot do the headshot. We can do 2 damage because we can shoot the bow. Do I want to do that or do I want to keep moving? No, if we shoot the bow right now, we can kill the veteran, can kill the mutant and move. So we're going to do that. Let's look at the bow. She's going to take a boatload of damage this turn. This kind of sucks, but she's going to use her last action to deal 2 points of damage to the rat. Mutant rat has been hurt. Okay. And that's that. And then that's going to end her turn. So we're going to increase her hunger up to 4. Now we're getting into a little bit of dire straits with the hunger. And she takes damage. So she takes 2 there and 2 there. So she took a total of 4 damage. We'll just get rid of one of these and put another 5 up there. Man, wow, ouch, right? She's got, she's down to almost half her health. Am I going to lose the easy scenario? Heck no, we're not going to lose this. Anyway, that's going to be the end of her turn. So let's go on to the veteran. Okay, Senor Veteran, what do we get? An 8. What spawns an 8? Oh, well, he spawns a monster, and there's another monster token at the shopping mall, looks like. Yep. So here we go. We spawn a monster token at the shopping mall, and he draws a monster. He gets a mutant rat. Now, he's going to be... He's poisoned, man. This is bad. So he's got another poison marker on him, too, which means at the end of his turn, he will actually take a damage from that. And now we can start to take his actions and draw his cards. All right, let's draw a card and see what... incapacitate. Oh, there you go. If a dog is alive, stun and deal 2 damage to the target. We're probably going to play that. Let's think. Let's think. Well, first off, let's start to take our actions. I think... well, we know we can kill. Let's do this. We're going to do bite him. He's not going to take a damage. We're going to do bite him and do 3 points of damage to the rat. So that's going to be our first action on the rat that's on the hunter. Which will do 3 more points to be enough to kill it. That'll keep her from getting more damage next turn. Hopefully, we'll see. And that was action number 1. Action number 2, we'll play incapacitate on our rat. That's going to do 2 points of damage to it. And it stuns the rat. Now let me see. Let me look up stun. I haven't done that one before. We'll see what stun does. And stun says the target does not deal damage until the start of your next turn. So that gives us a chance to kill it. So we really still want to kill it this turn. So for our third action, unfortunately, we're going to kill the rat with our bite him. Mid-range attack. We will take 3 more points of damage to the rat. That kills it. We're now bereft of enemies. And then for our last action, we can take a little damage. What we've got to do is scavenge. So we're going to scavenge. I mean, I know there's only one more fuel card in the red deck. Do I scavenge the red deck? That's the question. We got 3 fuel. We need 1 more. Yeah, let's do that. City streets, we're going to scavenge. We got food! Oh, that's helpful. Reduce hunger by 5. We're going to hold on to that bad boy, aren't we? Okay, that, unfortunately, is the end of our turn. So we're going to increase our hunger to 4. I'm thinking we let it go up to 5 at this point. It's fine where it is. We're going to take 2 damage, unfortunately, or 1 damage, rather, from the poison that we have on us. All right. That ends the veteran's turn. Okay, well, do we want to keep going with the hunter? I do believe. Let's do one more round. We'll do one more hunter and veteran, and we'll call this episode a bust, or an end. Okay, not a bust, because we're doing okay, I think. We're going to win. I'm pretty confident. What, of course, the first thing we have to do is roll our dice. See, we get a 6. Where do we spawn? Oh, everything. Nice. Okay, let's take a look. Check this out. 1, 2, and the hunter is going to get a new monster, a mutant. Well, the good news about this is he's just going to do a lot of damage at the end of the round. Maybe we can get rid of him. I could. This is probably a thing to do this turn, or get within long range and attack it. Might be the. Well, I can't. It's going to follow her. So I can only. Yeah, that's not good. It's chasing her down. She has her bow. She can do some damage, but not enough. It takes 8 points of damage. All right. Well, the first thing we're going to do, I think, is now. Now we're going to draw a card. Let's see what we get. Another backpack. Well, we don't have to equip that yet, but that will give us another point of inventory, which we really don't need right now. Okay, we're building up some monsters on the table, though. And remember, if we run out of monster tokens, it's one of the ways we lose the game. But we're going to take our first action. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be to action discard a monster, cannot be used on bosses in front of you, and replace it with a monster token and deal and take 3 damage? I don't think we're going to do that first. I think the first thing we're going to do is scavenge. We got 1 more gas can in there, and we got it! Okay, that's it. We got 3 gas cans. We can get the heck out of here. Alright, that was action number 1. Action number 2. I think she'll do the camouflage. She's going to do that on the mutant. It says discard the monster. I mean, one that's worse could come out. The mutant's not a boss. He's just a bad guy. But we're going to do that. So we're going to discard this card. That means she is unfortunately going to take 3 more damage. So there she is. She's taking quite a bit of damage. But this guy goes away. He's discarded. And we take a monster token and place it there. Okay, now that was action 2. Action 3, she's running. She has no food. No food. So I think Action 3, we're going to scavenge again into the red deck. Let's see what we get. More binoculars that are useless. Okay. And then we will move to here. We're going to try and get to the van. We can get out. Gas station. On reveal, get a free scavenge. That is awesome. So she moved there and got a free scavenge. What does she get? Food! Oh, that is fantastic. Reduced by 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still fine on inventory. 6, 7. Yeah, I'm still good on inventory. And now she's got the ability to reduce her hunger next turn. That is really, really good. And yeah. That is all 4 of her actions, though. So what we're going to do with her is we are going to increase this to 5 now. Hunger's at 5, but she's okay. She's okay. And she's going to take 2 more points of damage. So we're going to take these 2 here and put another 5. She's really hurting because of the poison, and we don't seem to have a way to get rid of that. I don't... Sorry, I bumped the camera. I don't see any reason, any way to get rid of it. I looked at poison, and I think until we get a card... take the poison damage equal to the number of poison counters on your character. Yeah, we just got to keep taking it right now. We do have food. We do have a way... I could trade her the medical supplies and get her healed. That might be helpful because we got 15. She's only got 24. We can get to the van maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that is the end of her turn, so let's go back to the veteran now. Okay, we're going to roll dice. Hopefully we don't roll something that puts monsters on our spaces. We rolled a 10. That means nothing. So there's nothing that's a 10. That's a good sign. Now, we are going to, since we've equipped it, we're going to use it. So first off, we draw a card. Veteran draws a card. Luger pistol. Oh, I like that. 5. It's 5 ammo. And deal. It's mid-range. Deal 3 damage to a target. You may spend another ammo to attack an additional target. Oh, that's pretty good. Just right off the bat. So I think that, so action number 1, we're going to equip the Luger. It gets 5 ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got ammo in that, and then we don't have any monsters to kill right now, but we do have a monster token. I think we're going to wisely use our mortar. It says action, clear a tile in range of monster tokens. In range, which is long range, which is fine. That means, so just again, long range means this here. So every adjacent space plus the corner spaces and 1 out farther. It's quite a bit of range. We're going to basically lob a mortar into, we're going to get rid of 1 token there, and that's our second action. So it will clear this guy here off the board because we're going to be moving that way. And so for our third action, we are going to play a card. We're going to play this, wait, next turn we'll play it. I could just, yeah, you know what? Yeah, next turn we'll play it. We're going to move to here, and then for our fourth and final action, we're going to scavenge. Oh, that deck is empty. Wow. Oh, we got to get onto another space. So for our next, our fourth and final action, we'll move into the space with the hunter, and we're going to do a free trade action and give her the medical supplies. She's going to use them this turn. So, okay, that's the end of that, guys. We're on our way to the van. We got what we need. We just got to get there with our 4 gas cans, and as a free action, we can fill that bad boy up. It says right here, fuel up the van, drop off cards. Objectives is a free action. So we'll get the van in probably next episode and get the heck out of here. Remember, this is an easy scenario. It's just a tutorial scenario to get us going. I might take the hunter and the veteran back into battle again in another scenario if you like. Tell me now in the video if that's what you would like to have happen. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please, as always, point out any errors that I may have made. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions, your kind comments, and sometimes not so kind comments. And you know, for those that give me thumbs up, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the thumbs up. They help me with the channel, help me understand what I'm doing. And I also appreciate the thumbs down because someone's taking time to watch and thumb it down. I don't know. I guess I'll just accept that. And then, guys, I will see you in the next episode. We're getting close to Christmas. If you celebrate that, fantastic. If you don't, whatever you celebrate, please enjoy it. I am on holiday break, so you'll probably see some more videos coming out from me. I do plan to finish or play another episode of Call of Cthulhu as well, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm really digging Maximum Apocalypse. Very simple, straightforward game with a lot of things you can do. It's pretty neat. I'm digging it. We are surrounded, as you can see, hordes of monsters everywhere, but we don't have to go back to those spaces. I imagine in other scenarios we do. We just have to make a beeline to the van in this case. So we are doing that, and that is a good thing for us. So guys, once we get there, we get to offload 4 gas onto the van and get the heck out of here. Which is interesting because these flaming arrows are really powerful, guys. And once I have them, I have them. But they require fire to create. And then you get to equip them. And then you get to shoot the heck out of them, things with them. But next turn, I think we're just going to heal the hunter up and get going. So guys, have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.